This is my Speech 1110, Speech 3, Informative Speech with Citations. The speech is about things to consider before adopting a dog. Animal shelters in America are in many cases filled to capacity. Their kennels and budgets are stretched tight to accommodate the large number of homeless animals who will often be euthanized if they aren't adopted by a loving family. So adopting a pet is a wonderful way to help reduce the number of dogs in shelters. While adopting a dog can be a rewarding experience for both the animal and its owners, there are several things to consider before doing so. Among these are your family, the type of dog best suited to you, and your particular circumstances. My family adopted our dog Nina from a local shelter, and now a year later we couldn't imagine our family without her. But before we went to look at her, we did a lot of research about how to choose an animal that would be a good fit. The first thing we had to consider was our family and how a pet would fit into our household. First thing to think about is children. Do you have them? If you have children, you need to make sure that you have an animal that likes children. In addition, you have to teach your children how to properly care for and treat an animal, because innocent mistreatment of an animal can lead to aggression and fear later. You also need to consider your work schedule. Who's going to interact with the pet? How much time will you have for interaction and exercise? A dog in a household needs about 2 hours of family interaction and about an hour of exercise per day. According to Marika Bell of the Washington Humane Society, don't expect kids or spouses to do all the exercise, even if they promise they would. The entire family should share pet responsibilities. You need to consider routine also. Do you have structure and boundaries in your life? Because if you don't have it in your life, odds are you won't be able to give it to your pet either. And finally, is everyone on board? One of my favorite dog authorities is Cesar Millan, the dog whisperer, and he asks families, is everyone on board with bringing a dog into the home? If not, trust me, your new dog will know and sense the resentment. Once you've determined how well your family can meet a dog's needs, it's time to look at what kind of dog meets your family's needs. You need to consider the age of the dog you're going to get. Do you want a full-grown dog or do you want a puppy? If you get a puppy, you have to be ready for lots of chewing, potty training, sleeping problems, barking. Those are all things that will pass in time with good training and patience, but you have to be prepared for those. You need to consider the energy level. You want a dog that has an energy level equal to or less than your own. Not equal to or less than your children's, but your own. The BC SPCA recommends for children to understand the routine of pet care and actively participate in the pet's care, you need to wait until your child is about 7 years old. Before that, they're not going to be consistent. What behaviors and attributes can you tolerate in an animal? Can you live with shedding? Can you live with barking? Does your dog need to fit through a dog door? Finch jumping? Do you want a dog that will ride in the car with you frequently? These are all behaviors and attitudes that you need to take into consideration when choosing a dog. Now that you have a good idea what kind of dog will work best with your family, you must finally consider your household circumstances. Do you have the time that it takes to train a dog and get them settled? You can expect about 4 to 6 weeks for your new dog to settle into the household. And it takes about 3 months to train an animal if you've been working with them consistently. Bringing a dog into your home costs money. It's highly advised that you go ahead and spend the money on training. And a quote from the Homeward Trails Animal Rescue is, "The untrained pup grows into an untrained dog, and the longer you wait to train, the harder it gets." So considering starting that as soon as you take your dog into your home is a good idea. There are also vet costs, pet health insurance, feeding, food, supplies. All of these things cost money, so can your family afford to take in a new pet? And then there's, of course, place. You need to consider your home. Do you own? Do you rent? If you rent, is it okay with your landlord? What kind of exercise area do you have for your dog? Where will your dog sleep? And your neighborhood. Is your neighborhood pet friendly? And are there opportunities for your dog to socialize within the community? Are there other dogs? Are they friendly? Are neighbors okay with that? Adopting a dog requires a lot of thought, care, and preparation, but doing these things helps ensure that you and your pet will be a good fit for one another. Taking the time to analyze your family, the type of dog best suited to you, and your personal circumstances will provide you and your pet with the best opportunity for successful adoption. I'll leave you with these words from the Humane Society of the United States. You'll have a relationship with your pet for many years to come, so it's worth being patient and taking your time to carefully consider what kind of pet is right for you. Before you head to the shelter, ask yourself some questions that will help you to figure out exactly what kind of critter will best fit into your lifestyle and personality. Thank you.